Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Mr. Mom's World Speaks. Hey, how's everyone doing with the whole COVID thing? We were talking today, or I was talking to a couple people today regarding the COVID and how businesses are managing and kind of working through or wading through is a better word, through everything that we have to do and change through COVID. As some of you may or may not know through the news media, we are or have lost and are losing very quickly numerous businesses, local and of course provincially, through the effects of COVID. People say that it's because they weren't on solid footing, and as a caterer I can tell you that when you're having to refund money or deposits, we're a small company, but there's much larger catering companies, just as an example, that had to probably refund some huge amounts of money. And of course there were those catering companies and small businesses that have went under. So what's going to what we're going to move forward with in the next couple shows is talking to a variety of people from ministry organizations. As you all know, I was a foster family and an adopted family, ministry organizations, and regular businesses and just regular Joes on how they're coping with COVID. As a family that has kids that suffer anxiety at the best of times, I'm sure that my kids are probably suffering a little bit more anxiety than usual, being that they're not around their friends, they're not in school, and of course they can't get out and about. There's been spikes or increases in the COVID moving throughout the province. So again, is that something that we need to be concerned or that we have challenges with accepting, and does it create more anxiety and more stress moving forward? I love Facebook, and one of the reasons I love Facebook is because there's so many theories, and a couple of my staff members and I were talking about some of the theories that are out there, how it's government run and how it's government created and worldwide creation, and Trump's involved and Russia's involved and China's involved. Here's the thing. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm not on the front line of it. I don't know what or if someone is behind any of this. What I do know is that there's people getting sick. What I do know is that I don't want to be sick. What I do know is I am one of the high-risk groups with diabetes, and I know that there are many other people that are of higher risk groups, such as my mother, who just got over cancer, and other cancer patients. So I guess the question for me has always been, do we deny what's happening, or do we actually try to not solve it, but do we kind of move forward with a mentality that, listen, we got to protect each other, and one of the ways that we can do is do the social distancing and keep each other safe. As we open up and businesses open up and we start seeing those spikes in not only BC, but the rest of Canada, and of course worldwide, we see those spikes again. I recommend to everyone that whatever you believe and whoever you believe, that we follow some safety guides just to keep ourselves safe and our families safe. The last thing that we would want to do is find out or be aware that an action that we have done has created someone to potentially get sick. We continue to wear masks. We're a little bit freer here at my catering company because we have put in place some protocol regarding social distancing. We're hoping that you're all following it. I guess depending on where you go throughout the province, you will see a variety of ways that people are social distancing. But what I have noticed is that you will go to, let's say, a vegetable store or a produce store, and people are cutting in front of you and people are reaching in front of you. I'm not so sure that we should be doing that. And so, again, I caution everyone that I think that we're still in the early stages of this. I think that there's going to be a second round and that we just need to be cautious. Safety. One of the big safety issues for me is protecting my family. We have been here at our company. We have been working steadily since COVID. We have tried to remain socially distanced. We've tried to put into place in our company protocol, the sanitation, the hygiene, all those the masks, to not only keep us safe as a family, but to keep our clients safe. And then, of course, those around us, our staff, our employees, the people that we deal with. So again, we're just kind of recommending and wanting everyone to kind of follow some of those safety precautions for yourselves and your family and your loved ones. There, that's my preaching for today. What I would also like to tell everyone is that in upcoming shows, being that we're still seeing the early effects of what the stress has done, not only to our kids, to our family, to those people that are locked in and can't have relatives come out, those who have been in the hospital and couldn't have people come in and visit them. We're starting, I think, to touch the surface of what it's going to be like in 5 or 6 months when the full effects of the stress and the anxiety built around COVID, what that's going to look like in your families, in the people that we work with, and I think that it's going to hit us strong and in full force in about 5-6 months. Having said that, one of the things that I would like to do is start bringing in some leaders of the organizations that I used to work with, BC Federation of Foster Parents, Adoptions. We have Angela Clancy coming from SFI, Family Support Institute, just to talk about whether or not there are some programs in place from the ministry for our families and our children in care and those with special needs. I think that often and too often we rely on the immediacy of our families, our bio families and those immediate caregivers to yes, protect our families or those people in our care, but if there isn't the support systems and programs in place, it makes it that much more challenging. And on top of that, if those caregivers themselves are suffering from stress or anxiety in any shape or form, who do we turn to and how do we resolve some of our challenges that we may have had or have during this COVID? Coming up, sorry, I'm stuttering here, but coming up is Jane Wilson from the BC Federation of Foster Parents. She's going to answer just a few of those questions. Those are going to be closed conversations. They will not be open. But if you have any questions that you would like us to ask, please send us in an email through our website, and or you can text me to the company number 604-782-7298. Any questions that you might like to see coming up in the future. And if you have any ideas for one of our shows as we continue to build the guest list and the programs that we're going to do and some of the shows and segments that we're going to, we encourage you to write into mrmumsworldcatering.com and or mrmumsworldspeaks.com. Again, the phone number is 604-782-7298. I hope you guys continue to be safe and happy as we start to expand and enjoy the summer more, spend time with our families and those close loved ones that indeed are important in our lives. Enjoy your summer, everyone, and we will see you next week with another show. Thanks so much. Take care.